We looked at many things when we were deciding which software package to purchase. One of the most important things that we needed it to do was to interface with our current business management software, and LeeCare provided us with an opportunity to do that. We also wanted something that as close as possible replicated our paper system so that it was easy for staff to pick up and work with. We wanted something that was assessment based so that it provided us with an opportunity to continue to provide best quality care for our residents, but also provided us with an opportunity to create efficiencies with our workforce so that we could put more time into resident care. So I guess they were the key items we were looking at when we were looking at a system, and LeeCare certainly addressed all of those.
Yeah, I think because it was just so user-friendly and it was so logical to a nurse, because I'm a nurse, I'm an RN Div 1, and you know, you're going to ask nurses to use a system, it's got to be logical for them. And some other systems that we looked at, we found weren't easy for nurse ideals. Okay, so where LeeCare, because it's been developed by Carolyn, who's a nurse, it just flows, and the assessments are done in such a way that the nursing process is in there, so it's really simple for nurses to follow, and it feels comfortable, it feels simple to use because it's something we're familiar with. Whereas a lot of the other systems that we looked at, I found that they were very time consuming, they didn't follow a logical nursing process that made it harder for me to understand, and I figured if I didn't understand it when I'm really keen on computer systems, then someone who isn't going to want to do it that way will find it even harder. So I think just the way it's so simple to use, and that, you know, you can be proficient in it quite quickly because it is easy. So.
Well, it's funny you should ask that, but really the thing that clinched it for us in many, many ways was that as part of our implementation plan, we had a working party that went around and assessed all of the applications and software available to see what would best suit our needs. And we'd been to Sydney, I think it was, and we were sitting in the airport with Caroline Lee, and we had some time to wait for the plane, and she pulled out her laptop and she just showed us the program on her laptop in its form as it was. And I guess that lasted for 10 or 15 minutes, and 3 of us walked away feeling like we could use the program. So that was a big selling point for us, and that made a big difference.
We, being council, looked at a number of different systems. You know, it was something that was required of us, and you know, there was a lot of different things we had to think about as to what would fit within us, because being council makes us a little bit different sometimes than others, and that was one of the things that we liked best, was LeeCare was really adaptable to fit us. We didn't have to fit it, which made a big difference.